Now, I talked about the controversy yesterday where Nick Merckx had the absolute audacity to suggest on Twitter that children should be left alone. To which Activision responded by banning his merch and saying that they stand with the LGBTQ community. Whatever that means, because Nick Merckx wasn't referring to the LGBT community, he was referring to the teachers. But I guess maybe Activision thinks that there's a significant overlap there, or that there is a human right for teachers to teach students anything they want, right? Instead of the ABCs, maybe they're LGBTs without the parents' consent. Because, again, this is the controversy, right? Like, there is a clear political divide onto what right-wingers think and onto what progressives think. And from my understanding, in a free and liberal society, people can choose which political affiliation they want. And as long as the opinions aren't extreme, they should be able to voice them in public. However, my way of thinking is very backwards. It's medieval thinking. The new modern and forward-thinking way is that corporations should decide what people that they have influence over are allowed to speak. Not only that, actually, what they're allowed to think. Not only that, actually, what their implicit biases are allowed to exist, right? So, obviously, Activision, in my opinion, did the big oopsie. They should have just left it alone. It was such an insignificant tweet that no one even noticed. But, I mean, look, if you're the big corporation, what's the point in having power if you're not going to wield it? Like, if you're not going to punish the peasantry whenever they step out of line, are you really a corporation then? And more importantly, are you really an American corporation? And more importantly, do you have your roots deep into California? Like, if you do not use your influence to dominate other people, are you actually a rainbow corporation worthy of the title of existing in California? I don't even know if Activision is in California now, but the way they're behaving, I wouldn't be surprised if they are. I mean, you need to live in a place where there's shit on the streets in order to have this mentality. So, the gaming community is divided. From what I have seen, though, overwhelmingly, people are siding with Nick Merckx. Even progressive people, even LGBTQ people are saying, yeah, you know, like, it's not really okay what Activision did. Activision themselves are ashamed of what they did because when they punished him, they refused to say what they're punishing him for. Like, they were very vague, probably knowing themselves that what they are doing is incredibly unpopular. But they did it anyway. Now, what's surprising, and I do say, like, these things need to be congratulated and these things need to be supported because it is very rare to see other streamers siding with someone that is being wronged by a corporation. You see, streamers have everything to lose, especially if you're on Twitch. Like, Twitch is the massa. Twitch has a very short leash. They penetrate those cabinets and they penetrate those streamers' minds in order to make absolutely sure that they only articulate the things that Twitch wants them to articulate. So when you see someone like Dr. Disrespect, which can lose his channel, can lose sponsorships, can have subscribers leaving, right? When he decides to know, you know, this is fucked up, I stand with Nick Merckx, I do support him. Like, there needs to be a little bit of unity here, even if you do not like the man, even if you do not agree with him. You know, do you want to live in a world where corporations dictate to other people what they can and can't think in their own free time on other platforms? You know, this is the actual question. This is what it comes down to it. Like, do you think it's okay that if you work at Elon Musk's company, you have to use Elon Musk's talking points in your free time, and then when you move over to Amazon, you need to have Jeff Bezos's talking points in your free time? Like a human being is just a vessel waiting to be filled by the ideology of the corporate boss that he is working under. Is this the type of society that people legitimately want to have? Because if not, then I stand with fucking Dr. Disrespect out of all people. I never thought that I was going to say this, okay? This wasn't the 2023 arc that I have planned, yet here we are. What can we do? You know, I do not get to create my allies. I get the allies that are offering themselves up for me. And in this case, is Dr. fucking Disrespect. I do not know who the man is. The nickname itself is hilarious. He's got a funny mustache, but he does make sense. So what he did is he actually uninstalled the game, But not only that, not only did he uninstall the game, he is demanding that the corporation makes an apology. You know what? You know what? Maybe it should be like this. Maybe we, the peasants, should demand the lords, which are the corporations, that maybe they should make an apology for once. Because it seems that it's always the other way, right? Like someone says something offensive and then the company demand. No, maybe now we get to demand of the company that they apologize. Still, Dr. Disrespect is a kind and merciful God. It seems that he may choose not to just get an apology. Like he's willing not to receive the apology if they reinstate the skins that they have taken away, right? So either one can work, I suppose. It's such a bizarre thing. Like, oh my fucking god, you know, like why? No, seriously, like why did Nick Merckx got punished by Activision? Because he said that the kids need to be left alone. Okay, so Activision Blizzard thinks that the kids shouldn't be left alone, right? Like, is that their statement? Is that the policy? I know, like how Twitter frames it. Is this the hill you want to die on? Well, apparently it is. I don't know. It's such an interesting and very divisive topic. It's like right-wing, left-leaning. You know, come to my country. Just seriously, just come to my country. The moment you get off the fucking plane, ask any person you want. Like, I will even let you choose them. And ask them the question, do you think that a teacher should teach something to a child that the parent doesn't want that child to be taught? Which is extracurriculum and activity, right? So like, we're not talking mathematics, we're not talking Shakespeare, no. Like cultural shit, right? Do you think it's the job of the teacher to teach the child cultural shit if the parent disagrees? Overwhelmingly, in fact, I would be surprised if you find anyone that says like the teacher should be like a second parent or something like that. No, it's the responsibility of the parent. Do you know why? Because the parent is fucking responsible for the child. If the child commits a crime, the parent goes to prison, right? This is how the world works. So when you have the responsibility like that, you also are required to be the one that educates the child. But, you know, again, we live in a forward-thinking, multilateral, multicultural, developed society where the corporations disagree with my take. But, you know what? That's fine, because I have Dr. Disrespect on my side. What do they have? They have BlackRock. They have Vanguard. But they do not have Dr. He's on my side. And I'm on his side as well. So, apparently many people are unsubscribing from the game. I do not think that's going to work very well. Gamers have been insulted in the past, mocked and ridiculed by the developers themselves, so I would definitely be Pikachu-faced to see a gaming company legitimately getting boycotted, especially over something like this. But it would be very omoshiroi, as the Japanese like to say, and it's a language that I need to learn because they do have good video games. Let me know what you guys think, and as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.